Hello everyone, this is TailsFan109 and welcome to Let's Play Clock Tower. So, I hope you have enjoyed the ominous chimes as we begin to approach the new year. Who knows what awaits us. Now, I'm playing this because recently I just got a game called Clock Tower 3 for Christmas, so I thought I might try and play some of the other games here, and this is the first one, released only in Japan, but it is available through fan translation, thankfully. So let's go and get into it. I'll talk a bit more about the game as we get in. Raised in the Granite Orphanage, Jennifer and her friends were wanted as adopted daughters. It happened in September.
Laura, hurry up! We want to be there before sunset! Miss Mary? Yes? From now on, what kind of place will we be living in? That's the 5th time you asked. Don't worry, it's a very nice place. We're almost there, see? What a huge place! Yeah! The main hall is gigantic! I gotta go get Mr. Barrows. Everyone wait here.
So in case you probably haven't figured it out by now, this is actually a horror game for the Super Nintendo, nonetheless. We're going to be hitting a pretty slow part of the game, so let's start by talking to everybody.
Hey, Anne? You want to know what kind of guy Mr. Barrows is, right? Yeah.
Alright, now let's talk to Laura. Hi, Laura.
What is it? Is something wrong? This house makes me uneasy.
And here is Lot. Slightly tomboyish in appearance.
I doubt I'll ever get used to this place. Lot's paranoid. Mary, she's taking a long time. Should I go find Miss Mary? No, I'll go look for her.
Pretty ominous so far, isn't it? Don't get used to the music. You don't hear it all that much.
The main hall? Girls? Come on, this isn't funny!
And now our game really begins. So yeah, this is a horror game, and it's a unique horror game in more ways than one. Not just because it's the Super Nintendo, but this is a point-and-click type of horror game, which already gives us a bit of a different taste from other horror games we've probably grown accustomed to. It is also a survival horror game made before Resident Evil. And not only that, this is also the kind of survival horror game where you don't fight back. This is a run and hide kind of game, putting it a bit ahead of its time, honestly. but it's also not a very long game. You can finish this game in roughly 1 hour if you know what you're doing, of which this is not blind. I have played through this. I've also played through to the next 2. And yes, first 3. Clock Tower 3 is not the 3rd Clock Tower game, but the 4th one. What we got as Clock Tower 2 in the United States was actually a spin-off game in Japan. It was known as Ghost Head. Anyways, we got a rock, which we could use to break open a little area here, but we're not going to do that. And the Clock Tower we got in America was actually Clock Tower 2 in Japan. We never got this one. Probably because it was a Super Nintendo game and Nintendo was trying to maintain a family-friendly image in the US. Another unique thing about this one, this game is actually semi-randomized. And what I mean by that is some items may appear and others may not, forcing you to figure out different solutions each time you play the game. Some of the rooms are also laid out differently each time you play, and even some of the scares are randomized. Some will always happen based on what you do, others may not happen, and you might not encounter the scare roughly 3 playthroughs in the game, and this adds replay value, along with the fact that this game also has 9 endings. I'm only going for one of them, though. Oh, okay, there's a key in here. There's not always a key in there. If there's not a key in there, you have to do another puzzle later on. Anyways, let's take a look at some of the creepy stuff here. There's a creepy picture over there. And let's walk over into this room. So, yeah, it's a point-and-click adventure game. You gotta move the cursor around and click on whatever seems interesting in hopes to find items that you may need to unlock doors or solve puzzles. The puzzles usually aren't too terribly complicated in this game, though. So why don't we take a look around while we're in here. Here's a picture.
What is this thing?
And there should be a drawer we can check. Yeah, there we go. A small bottle of perfume.
It smells like Miss Mary's.
And we got perfume. It may seem like an arbitrary item, but we won't need it. Oh, check out this mirror. Nothing happened. Now something happened! Some scares will also just randomly happen whenever you touch certain objects. You could check something one time and it won't happen. You could check it by the 4th time and nothing will happen. But check it the 5th time, it might do something like that. And whenever there's something like that happens, your character portrait will flash. When it flashes, you have to mash the panic button to try and escape. The better color your portrait is, the more likely you'll be able to escape. Anyways, let's go and mess around in here because we're going to want to do something for later. In here is a bird. This bird does not like us. In fact, listen to what it says when we free him from his captivity. I kill you. But we can deal with this parrot, because otherwise this room is never safe. You see, there's a blanket here. If Jennifer would ever interact with it. Interact with it. There we go. There we go. And the bird will never escape from that. You can run in this game, but running decreases your stamina, which decreases your portrait color, which can make it more difficult to survive perilous areas in the long run. The only way to regain your stamina is to stand still in a place like a hallway or something and rest. You hear that sound? What could that be? Do we investigate? Or do we move on? What the hey, I'm going to investigate only because I think what happens is the creepiest introduction of something Clock Tower is very much well known for. What's behind the shower curtain? Meet our general antagonist of the game, the Scissor Man. Now, whenever he pops up, we need to find a place to hide. We can't do any progression in the game until we escape. And of course, we'll be on full-on run mode. So we cannot fight back. What we have to do instead is find a place to hide. And he could be coming from anywhere. He's almost like Michael Myers in a sense. Oh, he was right there. So let's find a place to hide. Let's hide under the bed, perhaps. This is why we covered the bird earlier. You see, if we never hid the bird under this blanket, as soon as the Scissorman came in here, the bird would have alerted us of our position, and we would have had to find another place to hide, which makes that first chase scene a lot more difficult. By doing this, we were able to more easily evade him. Now, this is where things get interesting. You could potentially run into the Scissorman quite a few times. He has a few certain spawn points you can show up throughout the game. But it is also possible that we might just never run into him ever again. That is very much a possibility. Now, there are 9 endings to get, but I'm probably not going to go for the best ending. What I'm probably going to do is go for the ending that I personally think is the most canonical. There are 9 endings in this game. 5 of which result in your death. 4 of which ensure your survival, and 1 particular ending, a hidden ending, actually allows you to save 1 extra person. A phone's ringing. Did you hear the phone? Oh, hey, I'm blue again. I didn't even rest. Cool. Ooh, these are some loud footsteps. I want to run. I know I shouldn't, but I want to run. Alright. Do I want to go this way yet? I haven't played this game in a while, so excuse me if I do get a little lost. Let's go over here. Just listen how those footsteps echo. I might as well at least go over how you can get the various endings in this game. Here is a ham. This item is necessary if you get stuck in a certain trap. If you get caught in the trap and you don't have this item, well, you're stuck in an unwinnable game and we'll have to start the entire game over. But again, this game can be beaten in roughly an hour if you know what you're doing. So it's not a long game at all.
There's something shiny here.
Anyone got a fear of bugs? I don't like bugs, but at the very least, this is only Super Nintendo, so it's not too bad. We need something in there, but can't currently get there, so let's get out of here. Now, there are a lot of different scares in this game, of which you cannot access all the scares in a single playthrough. You'll have to play multiple times to see everything the game has to offer. There is a video that reveals all the general scares in the game, including a couple exclusive to a PlayStation release, also only released in Japan. But I prefer the Super Nintendo version because, well, I think the sound work is a lot creepier in this version. Can we not rest in here? I guess not. Anyways, we're on red, so we have no reason not to run. So, this is a car. The car is locked, but we can find a car key. Yes, with this key, we can actually eventually leave the area. If you go into this car 3 times, and I'll at least demonstrate the first time. If you put Jennifer in here 3 times, she will leave, and you'll end the game.
I can get out of here with this car. But the others.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to get the bad ending. If you go in there 3 times, you will get the worst endings in the game. If you leave after discovering the first death, the first chase with Scissor Man, you will get the worst ending in the game. Jennifer will drive off, but the Scissor Man would already be hiding in the car, and you will die. If you go into the car after 2 people have died, you get ending G, in which you get back to the orphanage, but are then found mysteriously dead. If all 3 people end up dying, the car is gone, and you can no longer escape that way. Hear the phone again. I forgot, is this door locked? I think it's locked from the other side. No, it's not. What? I don't think I want to go this way. I don't remember, honestly. But I sure generally remember how to get the other endings. And all the other endings pretty much do require actually getting to the end of the game. The car are your cop-out endings. And they, of course, result in death. 3 other endings will result in death. Only ending C, B, A, and S keep you alive. But ending S is not canon, because according to the sequel, you're the only one that survived. Alright. Hey, Jennifer, can you rest here? Guess not. Oh well. There's a certain room I want to check out right now. If I can find it, at least. Door's locked. Alright, check in here. I'm gonna split this into 2 videos for the weekend. Now, if we didn't get the West Wing key here, it would be up there. But we're not going to worry about that because we already have said key. I'm trying to find a certain room. But I can't seem to... Oh, wait. There we go. I don't know why the cursor has to be pointed in there. Yeah, this is the room I was looking for. This is the room I was looking for. Some rope. I got some rope. Have I ever used rope in this game? Okay, what's in here? Oh, wait. This is the insecticide. We need the insecticide. That's what we need for the bugs downstairs. Let's try and get over there.
No good. Too high to climb up.
Now, once you try that, then Jennifer can move this box, and she'll only do this if you try and get over here without it. In a sense, it's not what the player knows, it's what Jennifer herself knows. If she doesn't know it, you can't do it even if you know it. And that's how these clock tower games generally work. Even if you know what to do, it has to be clear to the character what they can do. And we got a black robe. We're also going to need that for the end of the game. The perfume and the black robe, you need those items to get to the final area of the game. Otherwise, you will not be able to progress. Alright, so that's the room I was looking for. Let's head back downstairs and into the kitchen again. Keep running. Come on, let's go. Believe it or not, we've already made some pretty darn good progress in this game. Yes, Jennifer, just slowly walk down the stairs. Make this as ominous of horror as possible. You know, this game is basically a slasher game. You can find the other characters in the game get killed off in a couple of different ways. It's not a body count film. The sequel is a bit of another story. This one has a bit of a supernatural hinge, while the second game is a little closer to a straightforward slasher. Actually, this game was based off of a couple of Italian horror movies, specifically those from Italian director Dario Argento. Films like Suspiria and Phenomena. Phenomena is actually the inspiration for our character Jennifer. There's actually a character in that movie who's named Jennifer. And she looks pretty much like this character here. They pretty much just took it from that. And apparently even the killer in this game is based off of the killer from that movie. I haven't yet seen Phenomena, but I've seen a couple of Argento's other works, like Bird with the Crystal Plumage and Suspiria. I mainly wasn't a big fan of Suspiria, mostly because of the soundtrack. It was just too inappropriate for me, I guess. It didn't feel like it fit the context right. I prefer Dario's Inferno over Suspiria. I don't know if any of you watch Giallo films or not, so I'm probably speaking in foreign tongues by this point. But they're practically part of what created the slasher genre, and I watch a lot of slasher movies, so I've seen my share of Giallo films. Specifically from the 70s. Alright, there we go. So, we're done over here for the time being, but we'll be back. We need to find a couple of keys before we can do really anything else here. Oh wait, I think we actually picked up a key, but we don't want to use it yet. You see, one of these keys will lead us into a particular room. And in that room, sometimes we find Miss Mary there. We don't want to stumble upon her before learning the truth. Otherwise, you're locked out from the good endings. But we have to discover the truth one way or another, or else we get locked into the D or E endings, which result in death. Jennifer, do you want to relax in here? She probably doesn't feel safe enough here. Alright, we'll keep moving. You hear that scream? If you ignore it, nothing will happen. But since I'm not going for the best ending, if we look out here... Now Anne is dead. If you do that after you found Laura in the bathtub, you lock yourself out of the secret ending. You also lock yourself out of ending A this way, because one person at least has to stay alive for that. So now the best ending we can get is B, which is fine, because the ending I want to go for is actually ending C. Oh, whoa, wait, where are we? What are we... I didn't think we'd start here. Okay, what's in here? Okay, we don't want to do anything in this room. All that can happen here is potentially meeting up with the Scissor Man. This room is a trap. Ugh, did you hear that mannequin? Kind of creepy. Alright, let's start exploring. I need to find a place where Jennifer can rest, honestly. Because she's not going to be able to do too much on red. Alright, here's a door we can check. Alright, take your time, Jennifer. Take your time. See, this is a slow horror game, but it's atmospheric and you're not always certain of what's going to happen. This room is pointless. Let's get out of here. The Scissor Man can possibly appear in there as well, but it's random whether he will or not. But you never want to go in that room anyway, so don't bother with it. Oh, okay, this is actually a key room here.
Feels like someone's watching.
Alright, so let's just walk in a little bit, and we're trying to find a little something here. It's a big clown doll. There's a certain key we need to find here. I just don't remember where. A French doll, tongue from the ceiling. I think I found it. Yep, here we go. You need this key.
What was that sound?
Alright, so we're gonna have to mash the panic button here to survive this. There's no other way, but we have to wait till the portrait flashes. I'm on red, so I don't know how well this will go. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. That's a scripted scare. That one will always happen. And I think in here brings us to a room with a fireplace. Yeah. Is that a lantern? Can I take that? I don't think that's always there. And what do I use it for? I'm not sure, but I don't think that's normally there. We must need it for a certain key item. A lantern was left here. Yeah, okay. Empty. Anyways, that's where Anne was thrown out, so the Scissor Man was once here. Oh, wait. Jennifer, can you rest in here? Where can you rest? Oh, there we go. Let's restore our energy. I don't want to stay on red forever. Eventually, we may run into the Scissor Man again. I don't know if we'll run into the Scissor Man again. There we go. We're getting better. A little more. Come on. We want to get back to blue. This might take a little bit of time, but it's worth it. That fire sounds kind of ominous. How long does it take to get to blue? Can we not get back to blue? I don't want to wait forever, so I'm probably going to give it a few more. Oh, okay, now we're on yellow. They make you wait a while for this. I suppose it's fine. This is the kind of stuff I used to do all the time in Amnesia: The Dark Descent, mostly because I was too scared to go anywhere, so I'd just stay in a safe place and, like, regain my sanity or something. Alright. Now, we want to try not to run too much, because if we run, we will drain this stamina again. And it did take a little bit of time to get back, so I don't want to spend it all just running. So we're just going to have to walk a little bit. Can we go in there? No, wait, there wouldn't be anything in there. It would just be a dead-end hallway. So let's not do that. Never mind, we went inside, but there's nothing here. Alright, this way, Jennifer. The first floor can be seen. So let's have Jennifer take this here board. There we go. Can I? Nothing. Alright, let's go in here. Now this we might need to be a little careful about because we might not necessarily be safe here. What's inside? Okay, it's just a cat. We're fine. It's not the Scissor Man. Cat scare. It will startle Jennifer enough to want to leave the room, I think. Oh, no, she didn't leave. But I think I'm going to hold it there. This is a pretty slow-paced horror game, but hey, whatever. I got Clock Tower 3, so I thought it'd be fun to show the origins, and it's an interesting horror game. Eerie if you don't know what's going to happen. Anyways, I'm going to finish this next video tomorrow. But until then, this has been Tales Fan 109, and have a nice day.